Hi, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Tonight we're going to do something that is going to be pretty bizarre. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to do. This is a hollow form. I did a demonstration on my hollowing system at our wood turning club last month. I've got the Lyle Jameson hollowing system and I really like it. It works real well. So I did a demonstration on hollowing with that system here last month, and this was the piece that I did, and I just finished the hollowing the inside out, so it's hollow. Got the outside shape, got it all sanded, and what I thought I would do is I'm going to do this. I found this fluid art ready to pour paint. I thought it would be kind of interesting to put that on the outside and texture that, because this is just a piece of oak. It's got a neat little figure to it, but I wanted to do something really to kind of see what I can come up with on this as far as what would happen. So we're going to do that tonight. This is going to be a totally new project. I've never done this before. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of fun. I put a board down below. So what I'm going to do is this board I'm going to lay underneath, and whatever falls off here on this, I'm going to make like a picture or a wall art thing to hang on the wall out of the excess that comes off this hollow form. So I got a piece of an old lid that laying on the bedways so that I don't get this stuff all over my bed on my lathe, and we're going to go from there. So this ought to be interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to trying this. I've had mixed emotions about doing this because this piece turned out really nice. And, it was easy to hollow. It's a piece of oak. It's dry, so it was real hard. And but with Lyle Jameson hollowing system, it worked out really easily. The wall thickness on this is roughly 1/8 inch to 3/16 thick. The piece is real light. I've got it on a jam chuck between my centers, so I've got this held in there so that when I'm going to do this, I'm going to turn it on real slow as I pour the paint over top of it so it kind of flows, and I'm going to see what kind of design I get out of that. So with that, I got to get me a cup, and we'll start pouring some mixture in a cup, and we'll get started on this. So hang tight. All right, so I got a pair of gloves here I'm going to put on. Got my cup, and this kit came with pink, neon pink, jet black, a blue neon, and a neon green. So let's try this and see what happens. I'm going to adjust the camera, so hang on. Yeah, one thing I learned is you can't start your camera with these gloves on. So we're going to start with, let's start with the neon blue. I'm a big fan of blue. So basically, make sure there's no top on this. There is. So we got to pull these tops off. So pull all these tops off here. I didn't realize they were on there, but this is going to be an interesting project. I'm not sure how this is going to work, so we're going to try it and see what comes out of that. So this ought to be fun. Again, this is just flow paint, I guess is what they call it. As you can see, it flows down the side of the can or the glass there. So this ought to be interesting. The way I understand to do this, like I said, I've never done this, is to put the mixture of colors in as you go. So I put in so much blue, just kind of like that. And put a little green in there. I probably ought to shake them real good too. I'm going to put a little pink in it. And shake up my black. And we're going to try a little black. We're just going to keep kind of adding colors to it as we go. Shake up the green. I don't think I shook it up good. Now, this stuff here, the way I understand, you don't mix it. You just kind of put it in and let's see here. Remember my order. I guess it doesn't matter. A little black. I don't want to use too much black. I'm not sure what it's going to do. So I'm not sure how much I need. We're going to start with something like that. This stuff takes like 15 to 20 minutes to dry. So I'm going to see how this stuff works. It ought to be fun. I'm going to put just a hair more blue in there. I'm a big fan of blue. If you didn't know. Alrighty, so then we're going to take this and we're going to go back over to the lathe and we're going to start pouring it. So hang tight. Alright, so we're back at the lathe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this in reverse ever so slowly. That's about 48 RPMs. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to start pouring it. So here we go. Here we go. This is a little nervous because it's a nice looking piece and I'm just going to drizzle it onto the piece here. I may not have mixed up enough. I'm not sure. I don't want to smear it with my hands. I just want to kind of go over it nice and easy. Definitely put way too much black in. I see that. So the next one I mix up, I'm gonna leave the black out because I'm definitely gonna need some more. So I'm just gonna pour that right on top and let that run for a minute. Let you watch that while I mix up another batch. Alrighty. So this is a little bit more of the same thing. And like I said, I'm going to leave the black out of this time. There's black that's already in the can. How are we looking? So far, so good? Oh, yeah. This is coming in kind of interesting. Alrighty. This is kind of interesting. I'm just going to kind of see if I can get the whole thing coated. This is rather interesting. Might need to mix up some more on it because I need to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start spinning it real slow. See if that'll flow around there while I mix up one more batch. I'm just going to pour this out on this. I think I'm going to mix up just a hair more. I keep saying that, keep saying that, keep saying that. So we just keep mixing up how much you need. I don't know. Like I said, this is something new. I've never done this. As you can see, I just got a little bit of that in there. I just got to fill these holes in. It says it takes like 15 to 20 minutes for it to dry. So I'm kind of interested to see what it does on this. Looks like I might have enough this time. I'm going to get it down to the bottom there. Alrighty, I think I've got everything covered. Now it's a matter of kind of letting it dry. Spin it real slow and just kind of let it flow. Turn this upside down. See if I can get this to spin just ever so slowly. I don't want it to fling it. I just want it to go kind of smooth out. So my board underneath is coated with this stuff as well, which will be interesting. So I am going to scrape this out onto my board. Try not to make too big of a mess. I definitely got a lot of black in it. Now I see one thing you don't do is you don't move it around with a stick. Because it so you don't move it around with a stick, and you see I kind of made an interesting glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. The picture says you're supposed to pour it and just tip your canvas as you do it, like that. So I'm just kind of letting it run in different directions. I'm trying to resist taking my fingers and just smearing it with my fingers. It's interesting. Keep it on the board as much as I possibly can to coat the board. As you can see, I'm just tipping it up and letting it run. I'm trying to catch whatever comes off of this. Interesting. As you can see, it really just runs. I don't know if you can see that very well. Trying to get it to run down the least of the corners a little bit more. It's kind of interesting. I know it's kind of like watching paint dry, if you want to call it that. Never done anything like this before in my life. So this is kind of interesting. It's kind of just I'm kind of worried about that center part there. Let it drip down in there. So we're going to let this dry here, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like in about 20 minutes. Well, it's been a good 20 minutes, and it's still got a ways to dry. So I'm just going to let it set overnight and let it dry out, and then we'll go from there. Looks pretty decent. As you can see on the wall, on my light, and on the floor. It was a learning experience. That's all I can say. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna let it dry. It's got a neat little color to it, texture to it. I'm gonna let it dry, and then my other piece here, you can see that one's turning out pretty good. So we're gonna leave them set overnight and let them dry, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share and subscribe and all that other good stuff. And comment on this one on tell me what your thoughts are. I don't know. I'm anxious. I want to try it again on a different piece and see what I can do. I'm not sure I'll do it on the lathe next time. I think I might just do it on turn it upside down and let it, go that route. But I got a little bit of a mess to clean up. I see that. Anyway, it was fun, learning experience. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, send me a comment below or email me. Tell me what your thoughts are. Did you like it? Is it interesting? Was it something you'd try? Let me know. Have a good night.